athletes and coaches, we want to come at you today with the Demon Sled to kind of show you some how and why. One, how and why we created the Demon Sled and what we were trying to provide for you. The key with most mainstream sports, middle school, high school, collegiate, professional level, the key in those sports, and almost every one of them, is having the ability to accelerate. The better you can accelerate, the better you're going to be in that sport. Virtually all the mainstream sports I'm speaking of, there's numerous times throughout your practice and your games where your body's going 0 miles an hour and you're going to take it to as fast as you can, and in many cases in distances 5, 10, 15 yards or meters will encompass a lot of your game in practice or in the actual game when it's time to really perform. So what we wanted to create with Demon Sled for you coaches and you athletes is an all-purpose tool, a training tool that allows you to quickly and efficiently improve your acceleration. So the basic design of the Demon Sled for you coaches is to allow you to put your athletes in this position, this aggressive drive phase position where I get out into an aggressive angle of attack when I'm going 0 miles an hour. If it's from a 40-yard dash test where you're down to a 3-point stance, or you're on the soccer field, you're stealing a base in baseball, a linebacker pursuing a sweep around the end, whatever it might be for whatever sport it is, the ability to go in and get yourself into an aggressive angle where you're loaded aggressively and you're overloading this and driving, okay? So what we do here, the basic functionality of the sled is to put your athletes in this position and just let them march with the sled. Good triple extension. You see the extension in the hip, which is the glute, the knee, which is the quad, the ankle, which is the calves, tying those 3 joints together from a loaded position to a fully extended position. What this does, in comparison to all of our competition, pull sleds, push sleds, overloading anything, is like, let's say if I've got a pull sled and it's loaded up, it's constantly taking my hips back this way. We don't want that. We want to assist full hip extension. If you don't get good full hip extension with the Demon Sled, you're not going to drive this thing. So the cool thing about it is, without you saying much, and from the coach's side, your athletes are going to quickly learn to get that full triple extension push. And the second most important thing that's going to happen early on is you're going to see them getting a good angle of attack after they push through. You're not going to see them reaching out here and stomping those brakes in what you see a lot of younger kids doing with overstriding. You're going to see them getting a more aggressive angle of attack. Once the foot hits right here, it's ready to drive, okay? So you see I've got my hands here in a nice secure position. What eventually happens with the coaching is you're eventually able to allow them to get the hands free, and now we're completely separating us from all those sleds out there where you have your hands on the sled, all right? And what you'll see with those sleds a lot is they get in this position and they're grunt running, they don't have their hips open. Being able to just put your athletes in this position and talk to them while they're sitting here. I'm 165 and there's no way this sled's going anywhere. You put a 250-pound kid, that's gonna sit just like this. Good hip extension, all joints are open, extended, and I start marching, okay? It is the most efficient, quick, user-friendly tool you will ever have if you want to get your acceleration moving quickly and fast, and you want to change that process and speed up that process in a very short training cycle to help your kids get faster. Another very key, important aspect of the design was to bring as much of the weight room out here for you. So we kind of bridge the gap between the weight room, the strength and power training in there. We allow you to accomplish a lot of that out here with the Demon Sled with basic movements. We'll shoot some more video out later outlining some of those movements, but the key thing I wanted you to know today was the main reason we created this was to allow you to take your kids and take that acceleration process and ramp it up. One season spent with this Demon Sled will be a game changer for you. We just wrapped up a training program, a training cycle with a local college baseball program, and we tested them all day one, and then we tested them all after 8 weeks. Main difference in our training, we incorporated the Demon Sled 2 times a week for 8 weeks. That was about 16 sessions, and they're home to first as a team average, improved 0.26 tenths of a second. In a distance as short as 30 yards in baseball, that is an absolute game changer. Huge chunk of time taken away from the team average. So you guys go to demonsled.com, check out our sled. Please shoot us any questions that you might have. We'll be happy to answer them. In many cases, we may be able to come do a demo for you. But if you want a great tool to take your acceleration to the next level for your kids, you parents out there, you want your kids to have a great tool, talk to the coaches. Coaches, get your kids on this sled. Game changer. Thank you.